So Rashad Turner, the leader of the St Paul BlackLivesMatter chapter, had a dealing with police recently. Again. But this time, it was a little different. This time, Rashad Turner called the police because he needed them. And he needed their help because he was scared for the life of himself and his family. Turner claims that in the middle of the night, he heard a rustling at his door. And when he looked through the peephole, he saw a man with a long gun, a shotgun. And so he called the West Side District boss and said, "Hey, I need your help." Turner further reports that West Side District boss told him, "Yell to the person, the police are here." So he did. And then the guy ran. And nobody found him. So Turner told the media, "Well, I kind of suspect some of this stuff would come along with, a great cause, or, death threats have come on to me before. And I know a lot of people who stick up for great causes all the time, and they don't have unidentified men with shotguns showing up at their door in the middle of the night." Turner says that he wants a St. Paul cop fired, this guy that's on administrative leave, because apparently he posted something on Facebook allegedly saying to run over some protesters or something like that. Okay, cool. So if that's what you want, it's been reported, right? The investigation has started. Internal Affairs is on it. The guy is on leave. And due process is taking place. But due process is not what we want here. It's a different word now. It's justice. No justice, no peace, right? But what part of justice comes without due process? Well, let me clue you in on a little something. Black Lives Matter is not about black lives. What Black Lives Matter is about is driving this phony propagandist message with a catchy name that'll make the sheep go, "Oh, man, this group really cares about my life because, I'm black and they're called Black Lives Matter, so I definitely should get on board with this." That's bullshit, man. Wake up. Black Lives Matter isn't about black lives, man. Black Lives Matter is about green cash, because that's what really matters. Green cash matters. Hashtag that shit, bitch. I'm sorry, but honestly, if black lives really mattered, then Rashad Turner, you would be in the hood assembling with a bunch of black people telling them, "Hey, stop killing each other." But you're not. It's all about this racism and hands up, don't shoot, which, by the way, was a big lie. And it's been proven that it was a big lie because due justice took place and then justice was served. Unfortunately, a cop who did nothing wrong will have a hard time ever becoming a cop again, or even coming out of hiding if he hasn't done that already. It's a special interest group. They want to raise a bunch of money, funnel all this money into these quote-unquote programs, feed these politicians, gain teeth, and use scare tactics and bully tactics to push people around for this quote-unquote instant justice. The police are all bad. They're all a bunch of white, bad, racist, honky, cracker, Nazi, robe-wearing, Klan meeting having, I don't even know what. It's just such bullshit. It's hard to even wrap your head around that and finish a sentence with any of that involved. It's just stupid. It's ignorant. And if you follow this bullshit, you're just as stupid and ignorant as the cause in and of itself. There's a big Shut It Down event coming up at the Crashed Ice event that's upcoming here in St. Paul. And it's an event that all kinds of people look forward to, especially hockey fans. But men, women, children, young, old, black, white, Asian, Hispanic, Latino, Muslim, everybody shows up for this thing. But Rashad, buddy, you and your Black Lives Matter cronies want to shut it down. Who are you disciplining? Who are you really hurting? Shut down Crashed Ice. Fucker, please, man. And here's the thing, is that 90% of those people that are going to be the protesters that really care about black lives and that really want to call attention to a good cause, they aren't even from St. Paul. They aren't even from Minneapolis. They aren't from the metro area. They aren't even from Minnesota. 90% of them are paid protesters that come from all over the country to act like fucking assholes in your city and make you look bad. You know what I'd really like to see? I'd really like to see a bunch of black people come together and stand up against this Black Lives Matter when they do this bullshit, shutting shit down and basically essentially terrorizing people and forcing them to feel scared and awkward and not be able to enjoy shopping events or Christmas caroling choirs, and now this crashed ice fucking thing. I'd like to see upstanding members of the African American community come together and say, this is not a representation of us. And it's because Black Lives Matter that we're going to eradicate this and make it known that this narrative is completely false and doesn't represent what black people are really feeling. You want attention? Were you a failed rapper or something that didn't make it? So you gotta have your little fame or something? I'll tell you what, if you want fame, if you want attention, if you're a black individual and you're listening right now, you know what? You will get all the fame and attention in the world, more YouTube views than you could ever fucking imagine if you were the person that did that. If you were the person that said, I'm a black person, and you know what, it's because Black Lives Matter that I'm here to out this Black Lives Matter organization as the bullshit that it really is. You'd get all kinds of attention. For example, the educated African-American man who made a video about Beyonce's bullshit and called it what it was, racism. He said, can you imagine if a bunch of white people got together and dressed up in robes, you know, representing the KKK on its anniversary or some shit? That's the same thing as what she did with the Black Panthers shit, with that bullshit that she was wearing looking like a fucking $2 whore during Super Bowl 50. But I digress. Rashad, way to go on calling the police, man. It's not fun being scared, is it? I wonder if the guy at the door was white or black. Rashad Turner said that he couldn't provide a description to the police because he got tunnel vision through his peephole. Well, a peephole is a tunnel. Can't tell me if the guy was white or black. But Turner says he's going to continue with the shutdown at the crashed ice thing. Well, I'm sure you are. I'm sure you are. Because Black Lives Matter, right? Come on, man. Why don't you just admit what it is? Green cash matters. I'm Stu the Bounty Hunter from Minnesota, and I'm encouraging all of my friends that are black to stand up and show the rest of the world that this bullshit is not what represents you, and it's not what you represent. God bless.